Welcome everyone, LanceScurvX here of LanceScurvX.com. I had a strong thought today after viewing several videos on what's going on in the world, what's going on with these countries that are fighting each other, and how much of a savage they really are. My people have been called savages, and many of us are acting that way, for sure. But to have this type of power, nuclear power, power with bombs and planes, and when you can just sit down and reason. What is wrong with you savages? On a worldwide level. Now, when you defend yourself, I wouldn't consider you a savage, because the Creator made it where all of us are equipped to defend ourselves. When you look at the animals, various animals away from where we live, they have teeth, they can bite you, they got claws, they can dig those claws into you and get you up off of them. Skunks have a smell that will make you run away, right? Some animals seem to have nothing at all, but they can run fast and they can get away from danger. But other than that, when I look out in the mountains here where I am, it's peaceful. I don't see dead animal bodies around, only when they get caught slipping, because they are equipped with the instincts to survive. But we're told that we're the highest creatures on earth. We have the ability to think, to reason, yet we're on the brink of disaster, global disaster. We could possibly be on the brink of wiping all humanity out over what? Ego, greed, craving for status, control. If you're getting what you need and you're getting what you want, which being born on this planet, we're given everything for free. But when someone sees a person living peacefully, these savages want to come on in, take what they have and control it. It's not normal to see that you have something, you have your portion, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but the next man has his portion, but you're watching him to see if he has more than you, or you have to have more than him. That's not normal, whether it's on a global level or a community level. And it only gets worse unless you keep it in check. But the main thought I had today was, imagine how humanity, let's take all of the people of the globe. We're not even going to talk about the different races. Let's take everybody. Look, we can be talking about religion, we can talk about race, we can talk about nationality, we can break it all down that way. But let's just take everybody on the planet. Every last single human being. Wouldn't it be great if we can coexist and use our knowledge, our talents and abilities, not for war, but to advance us on this planet? I don't think that the Creator put us here on this planet, on this globe, giving us all of the fruits that we need, all of the water that we need, the perfect climate, well, in certain areas of the planet, because I'm not going to go up north in the cold, right? But the Garden of Eden, plush, lots of nutrition and fruit, things to eat. You know how much of an exacting science that is? That we were put here in a place that was made perfect for us. This is not by chance. Look at the other planets. Look at the temperature on the other planets, either colder or so hot. We have water. We have everything we need to make shelter. We have brilliant minds in all races. But the hearts, what about the heart? I was looking at a few things that were sent to me today. And Bill Gates has control over all of these genetically modified mosquitoes, Why? Why? I look at other people who it's found out that there's a certain, let me get it right now, parasite or some type of organism that they discovered many decades ago, like back in the 50s or 60s, that eats away cancer. Why would they withhold that information from the people of the earth and all of the countless people who are dying of cancer and who have died of cancer? Why? What kind of heart do you have to be so savage? And that's all races. And let me just pick a little bone with black people. You can't get along with each other at all for no reason. Black people are some of the most confused people with an identity problem. Of course, we know why we have that identity problem, because we've been snatched away from who we are and the history has been erased. And they're still trying to erase our history out of the curriculum of the schools in America. Kudos to President Mahama of Ghana for going over to the United States and speaking about that. And reparations. But we have adopted the ways of the savages that taught you well, because you were the chief recipient of the savagery. And now you replicate it on your own and can't get along with, I mean, you can get along for a little bit of time, but you're going to find a way to be separate. And then want to chastise those who want to be separate from you with your evil, demonic ways, where you don't want to see your brother or sister thrive and cannot coexist. I want no part of that. I don't care who you are. I didn't get to this point in life, and to get to this junction point in my life, to sit here and try to wrestle with people whose hearts are not well. But when I speak of humanity and the total amount of human beings on the earth who have high-tech minds, talents and abilities to heal, abilities to motivate, abilities to create. What if we all brought all of those talents together and lived selflessly, not selfishly, but selflessly? What a wonderful experience this planet would be, this life would be, this world would be. But there's always a war or a dispute going on somewhere in the world. And that's what's really messing things up. And I'm done. I'm not going to say I'm done hoping. I'm not going to waste time hoping. Give me a reason to hope that things will get better. Because from what I see from local humanity dealings where I am, to the whole global, human nature is in full force, and it's not a good thing. There are good people out here. There are good people out here. I understand that. But the actions of those who are not good and who are negative overshadow the good that we do. Because people want to steal, they covet, they're envious of you, they want to put you down, they want to break your spirit, and you're not doing that to me. April 8th, I turned 63 years old. You're not doing that to me. I want to stay youthful, vibrant, and topped off for a very long time. Whenever my time comes, I accept it, but I'm going to make sure to live a full life. And nobody's going to rob the joy, nobody's going to rob the enjoyment and the progression. So if humanity wants to go on and destroy itself, if human beings want to go on and play that game where their spirit is poisoned, and when your spirit is poisoned, you can smile and fool as many people as you want to prove to them that you're a good person, but that evil spirit, that venomous spirit, that jealous, gossipy spirit is something that clogs your filters from truly enjoying life. So you're spiritually and emotionally and mentally constipated. You can't enjoy it. And I don't want that near me. Because those types of entities, whether it's local or global, they have to spread. They have to try to make you feel like them, because they don't want to do the proper house cleaning from within to be able to enjoy life. The sun is getting ready to go down, and I can say I haven't been out anywhere today, and that's probably going to be the way it is for the next whole week. Nobody will see me, and I love it, because I want to explore my innerverse. The universe is fine, but I want to go deep down and cleanse myself even more, learn myself even more, become more of a friend and an ally to myself even more. And you can't go wrong that way. And so when you connect with people, even when you see people who are on that same wavelength like that, you automatically know who they are. You don't have to know their name. You don't have to know their date of birth. You don't even have to know where they live. You know that you're seeing a kindred spirit who is trying to ascend and become the best person, individual that they can be before their time on this earth is up. That's what it's all about. Because really and truly, all of this that I have, I'm going to leave it one day. So why am I worried? We're passing through. Don't you see that? This is just a short pit stop to eternity. You can pass things on, but you have no control over it after that. So why are people so uptight, peeping to see what people have and what are you doing and how are you living and comparing themselves? See, social media is one of the worst things that could have happened, because people like to compare themselves, and they usually compare themselves and they end up with hurt feelings, because they don't like what they see when they compare themselves to the next person. We all have things that we can improve. Instead of watching yourself and comparing yourself, why don't you focus on you and make yourself better? That's how I make myself better, year after year after year, even when doom is preached on me. What I'm not going to have, what I'm going to lose, I'm not caught up in that. But if you can't do something for humanity overall to advance it and to join on with others who have that same spirit of ascending to their best selves, then what are you doing? You're the living dead. President Donald Trump, all of these leaders, Benjamin Netanyahu, they want to take over. They want it all for themselves. So since they have something on Donald Trump with those Epstein files, he's the do boy. And he has bankrupted America. America is broke. But they want to spend money for wars for somebody else who feels they're superior. They feel as though they're better. They feel as though they're chosen. What happened to them in the late 30s and 40s was horrendous. But what happened to us is just as much, if not more, because we don't have anything left over of our name, our culture, our language, or our God. We don't have a common thread anymore. Could you imagine wearing a suit that has no thread to hold the pieces together? You're naked after a while. You're all over the place after a while. But these people are evil. But before you point your finger to say who's evil, look at yourself and how you deal with the people in your circles. It's easy to smile. But what's in your heart? And whatever's in your heart is what you're going to draw to you. This is why I want to keep mine cleansed, and when I see that thing in other people, I'm gone. I'm ghost. I don't even want to look at you. I'm good like I am. I'm vibrant like I am. I feel good. Because I don't want that toxicity on me. Right? So if you ever wonder why things are not faring well for you, you got to ask yourself, what kind of energy do I have in my heart? Because like energy, or energy attracts like energy. You ever walk down the street, and this is back in America, and you see a bunch of guys sitting out in front of the liquor store, or to the side. There's always a couch by the parking lot or somewhere where they can sit down. They're sitting there drunk, staring off into space, calling to you to beg you for a little cash so they can get some more to drink. Kindred spirits. You can have people who go to houses of worship and dress fine and say all of the things, I'm blessed and highly favored. Yes, I am. And as soon as the service is over and they hit that parking lot, did you see sister so-and-so? That dress was a little too tight. And brother so-and-so, he married, but he kept looking at her butt when she went to go pay the offering. Y'all are maggots. So don't talk about the big maggots who are the so-called leaders who have access to this power to destroy the world when you got the same thing inside of you. That's why I go out and get my food. Mr. Scurv and I would chill. And I don't come out at all unless it's for something worthwhile. For something that we can recharge our energies together, make ourselves better the way we're supposed to be making this whole planet better. That's what our Creator gave it to us for. If you have a son or a daughter and you give them a vehicle and say, hey, listen, you're going to college, you're starting a business, we're going to gift you this vehicle. You don't have to pay us anything. And 6 months later, there are dents in it, the oil hasn't been changed, it's blowing smoke, the tires are bald, whatever, and you're not taking care of it, then you're going to regret giving that gift to your child who is grown now. But how do you think the Creator feels about us? Every time you make a move towards somebody in a negative way, your Creator knows this. Whichever way of spirituality that you believe in or you feel is the right way, accountability is the common thread that goes through all of it. And if it doesn't, you're bowing down to something that's not right. Because we all have a right to live in a clean, peaceful planet. And anything that disrupts that is not good. It's not good at all. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to share those words because I haven't been out here in a while recording. And I got so much more to say. Maybe tonight when I'm inside. I'm going to grab a bite to eat. I'm glad to talk to you face to face. The sun is beautiful out here and it's going down. I'm going to catch it early tomorrow and start another wonderful day. I look forward to that day by simple day. It's a gift. And at this junction point of my life, I realize I'm not 15 years old or 20 years old anymore, but I'm going to squeeze out the best life and the best enjoyment and keep my surroundings clean and run from any negativity, gossip, or unclean spirit, because there's a lot of those out there that have smiling faces and I don't want to be bothered with them. Hit me up on WhatsApp on the text 407-590-0755. You'll see it below. Let me know what kind of conversations you want me to have and I'll address it. Let's have fun. Let's do some shows and enjoy life. I got some fruits waiting for me and some good food. I'm going to bite into it now and come back. Like I always say, on to the next one. LanceScurv out. Peace.